Every day we get about 2 billion litres of lovely sewage that comes down the pipes of us. We wanted to start to think of sewage as a real resource rather than a problem and a waste, and start to think about how we could get the value back out of sewage. Now, as well as the water, there's a stream of other things that are valuable in that material. There's the heat energy we talked about, there's the kinetic energy, there's the chemical energy from all the organic material, and we can turn a lot of that into biogas and into methane, which we export to the grid. There's also nitrogen, there's phosphorus, there's lots of trace metals, cellulose, bioplastics. There's lots of things we can get out. Phosphorus is a really tricky compound for us. If we didn't take it out, the rivers would turn green and kill the fish. Phosphorus is also a finite resource. It's mined and it's used in fertiliser for food, so it's an increasingly valuable resource. So we tested 6 technologies side by side. Some of those technologies are world first and some of them are more off the shelf. But the ones that are world first include things like algal bead bioreactors that effectively turn the phosphorus into green algae beads that we can then digest. Subsequent to that, we've now invested about £6 million at our sewage treatment works in Redditch, and we've built a very large test bed which can treat 6 streams of up to 500,000 litres a day each. So to this end, we're doing some great bits of research with WMG currently actually. One of the technologies we're looking at nitrogen recovery using ion exchange resins, and if that works, that will help actually remove that ammonia load from the river, and that could be a terrific thing once it's ready to get onto our test bed. The other thing we're looking at is microbial fuel cells, and they're genius. If we can get those to work, they're like the holy grail because they turn the waste effectively directly into hydrogen, which of course then can make energy from. So I guess the biggest long-term behavioural change is actually how we think about how we use water altogether. The other thing is what we put down the sewers. Fats, oils and greases cause a massive problem. You'll have seen pictures of the fatbergs in the middle of London, for example. In time, of course, that fat's valuable and we can start, and there's cases where we start to collect that and make energy from it. Other things are things that we shouldn't flush down the toilet. So really what we say is the only things that should go down the toilet are 3 Ps. Pee, poo and paper. Resource recovery is the name of the game. The wastewater that comes to us is actually a collection of valuable products.